This Sports Blitz podcast is brought to you by LMG. Grow your business through logo design, paper products, and video production. Visit leemarketing.net to learn more.
Welcome back to Sports Blitz Live, presented by JR Sports Bar and Grill and S&S Discount Tire here in the Auburn Blitz segment of the program, sponsored by Dane Sharp, attorney at law. And we'll go to the Dane Sharp attorney at law hotline and welcome in Andy Graham, our very own Auburn analyst here. And Andy, glad to have you with us.
It's always good to be here.
Closing out the show tonight with Auburn Blitz, and you and Randy had a good show on Sports Call today. And just to kind of piggyback off of that, Auburn in spring football practice, I had a chance to watch some clips of practice a few days ago, and the speed of this offense. I know we were amazed with it last year, but now that these guys really have a full year under their belt, and Nick Marshall is in there, this is something to behold.
Oh, yeah, I think we're taking it to a different level this year. Obviously, Malzahn is I think he's always pushing to go faster and faster, and now that he's got a quarterback coming back and a veteran offensive line, the receivers they all know where they're going, where the routes are, what's expected of them. The offense, is really going to go into high gear this year, I believe. And what's obviously big talk about spring practice is who's going to replace Greg Robinson. Big battle going on there with Sean Coleman and Patrick Miller, and what a tremendous story that is with Sean Coleman, coming back from cancer, and not only just, being healthy and being able to have a productive life, but really seriously may be the starting left tackle for Auburn University. And what just an unbelievable story that would be. But to be honest with you, the good news is for Auburn, it doesn't matter who wins that competition. I mean, it matters to them, obviously, but they're both quality, very good, they believe, next-level talent individuals. So you're talking about a stalwart offensive line to run behind and to protect Nick Marshall, and the offense just has a lot going for it right now.
Andy, do you really see any chinks in the armor on this offense? And one of the things that we're going to talk about the rest of the spring as we head into fall camp, Auburn's definitely going to have a target on their back this year, and this is where usually Auburn doesn't step up to the plate and raise the bar when they're coming in with high expectations. Obviously, they're going to have high expectations with Nick Marshall returning, and a couple of people lost, key guys lost in Trey Mason and Greg Robinson. But for the most part, this offense back, a new key weapon in Duke Williams out there to go along with Sammy Coates and a Ricardo Lewis and a Mark Davis and the rest of the receiving core. I mean, if things are clicking and Nick Marshall's efficiency goes up passing, how do you stop this offense?
I don't think you do. If he is completing 65% of his passes, I don't think you can stop this offense. You might be able to slow them down, in intervals. But we were talking about weaknesses. It's still undetermined who's going to take over that H-back role or the true fullback that Jay Prosch filled up so beautifully last year, and how many blocks did he make to spring Trey Mason, that he wouldn't normally have made those runs. So that's one thing, is a little concerning. Another is the fact that Trey Mason, I as hard as this, believe in the numbers that he put up, he still may be the most undervalued running back at Auburn in the last 30 years. Even as much publicity as he got last year, who's going to take his place? Cameron Artis-Payne showed flashes of being really good, but also showed flashes of not being able to hang on the ball. Corey Grant has put on, he is a animal in the weight room. They say he is just one of the strongest guys pound for pound on the entire team. Obviously, we know his speed. He looks to be wants to be more of a true tailback, but also carry the jet sweep road. Then you have Peyton Barber. The word from spring practice is that he looks just absolutely a beast. He's up to about 225, 5'11". They say he's the fastest running back of the three. I mean, well, not Corey Grant, but the fastest of between him and Cameron Artis-Payne, and faster than Trey Mason. But it's potential right now. He hasn't done anything on the field. So, you lose a guy like Trey Mason, yes, we have a lot to replace him, and I think we will. But it hasn't been done yet. So that's the only two things that I see that that really could be, a problem area in the beginning. Who's going to fill those roles? Are they going to be able to live up and be what Trey Mason was for Auburn last year?
Well, Andy, we'll shift out of spring football and got a couple minutes left here in the program. So we really want to talk quickly about the baseball team. That was very disappointing to lose 2 out of 3 to Missouri, a team that was in dead last in the East. Auburn was in first in the West, and now getting beat 8-1 by Sanford tonight. That game into the 9th inning. So very, very disappointing stretch here for the Auburn Tigers in baseball.
Absolutely. They had won 10 out of 12. Or 12 out of 14, excuse me. And, coming into that series, like you said, Missouri was had the worst record in the SEC. Auburn was on national television on ESPNU Thursday night. It was a great opportunity for them to showcase, to really make an announcement. Hey, Auburn baseball is back. They were in the top 20. They were, I think, number 21 ranked. And then they just come out and, make 4 errors, give up 3 unearned runs, or a couple of unearned runs, and, lose 2 or 3 to Missouri, which was they avoided the sweep, which was absolutely paramount, and that showed some mental toughness to come back. But very, very disappointing. And again tonight, 4 more errors. I believe that brings their total to 47 in 30 games. They are dead last in the SEC in fielding percentage. It's not hard to understand why they're struggling at times. If the bats are cold at all, you give your opponent extra chances to beat you, they're going to beat you. Their starting pitching is pretty good, at least from Ortman and Thompson, and you get a pretty good outing out of Michael O'Neal usually. But you cannot, in the SEC, you just cannot give a team extra outs, especially with the BB Court bats when you don't score a lot of runs. Auburn's not doing that right now. So they take on Ole Miss, I believe, this weekend. They really need to get back on track because the SEC is a difficult conference. I believe there's 8 or 9 teams in the top 25.
Andy, good stuff, my man, up against the close of the program. We'll catch up Friday for Sports Call.
Sounds good. I'll see you then.
Thank you so much, Andy Graham there with analysis on Auburn here in the Auburn Blitz segment, sponsored by Dane Sharp Attorney Law. That's the end of the show. Again, we've enjoyed it, and we appreciate all the phone calls, all the listeners and viewers out there through the state. We'll be back with you next Tuesday for more Sports Blitz Live. We've enjoyed it. We hope you have. See you next time.